it's Emily. Today I'm making a yoga/mindful movement video for you. At least where I live, we're starting to transition into the month of spring, this season of spring, and this is a really special time to connect with everything that is starting to blossom, the newness of life that is starting to emerge after the long winter. And personally, I think that trees play a huge role in this transition, as normally it's one of the first things that we see changing from winter to spring. We start to see little buds on the trees and maybe even notice that the shadow on the ground is growing bigger because there's more material growing. And right now I'm in the forest surrounded by many lovely trees, and I wanted to create this yoga video in honor of the trees as a way to connect with their spirit. In Chinese medicine, the transitory time between winter to spring is correlated to the element of wood. And so in honoring the trees, we are honoring the wood element. And so this yoga flow, this mindful movement, is going to connect us with that element within the body and to honor all the trees that surround us. For me, I don't even have a mat for this practice, so that means you don't even need one. I'm practicing in shoes since I am on lots of sticks, but you are more than welcome to practice barefoot. And let's get into it. All right, so let's find a comfortable standing position at the front of your mat. Let's make sure that the feet are about hips width distance apart, the knees are bent, and the shoulders are rolled down and back. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then exhale, let it all go. The eyes can come to a close, and the palms can face towards the front of the mat. Take a moment here to ground into the earth below you. On your inhale, raise your arms up over your head, and then bring your hands down into heart center. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky once more, and bring your hands back to heart center. We'll do that one last time. Arms reach down, up, and come back to heart center. And this time taking your right ankle, crossing it over your left. Bending at the hips, start to bring the chest down towards the thighs. If you feel quite an intense stretch here, feel free to hang out halfway. But if you'd like to, you can place your hands down onto the mat and play with the stretch in the back of your legs, in particular on the right side leg. Take the left ankle towards the back of the mat in a low lunge. Keeping your hands firmly planted on the ground, take a moment here to feel that stretch within the hips. Exhale, plank. Inhale, step both legs towards the top of the mat. Rising all the way up to standing, rolling up through the spine. Bringing the arms up overhead, and then bring the hands down into your heart center. Repeating on the left side, crossing the left ankle over the right, and folding forward. In Chinese medicine, the liver channel exists on the inner side of the leg and on the outer side of the torso. This fold is a great way to activate and stimulate this channel to clear any blockages. Step back into low lunge, right leg. Exhale, find your plank. Once in plank, start to rock front and back using your toes to push you forward and backwards. This is a great way to exercise the feet, where a lot of the acupuncture points exist for the liver channel. On your inhale, stepping the left foot, then the right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, drop the hips down, Malasana. Bring your hands to your heart center and use your elbows to push your knees towards the outsides of your mat. Bring your attention to the stretch on the inner thighs here. This is a part of the liver channel that often goes neglected. Forgetting to stretch the inner legs causes to a lack of circulation within the lymph system, as we have lymph nodes that exist right at our groin. In stretching the inner thighs, we encourage circulation to the lymph system. This is especially important as lymph helps us exit any sort of toxins keeping us sick or tired. On your next inhale, drop the right hand down to the mat and open the left hand towards the sky. Your chest will be facing towards the left, feeling a stretch all throughout the upper body. Exhale, come back through center and open up towards the right side. You can take your gaze to your fingertips. On your exhale, come back to center, forward fold. Rolling up to Tadasana, vertebrae by vertebrae, until standing straight. Take a second here to roll the shoulders up and down your back. On your next inhale, lift your right knee to stork. Exhale, testing your balance, twisting towards the right side, bringing the left hand to touch the right knee and opening the right arm in cactus position towards the right side. Try to keep your gaze on a non-moving object around you to help gain your balance. Come back to center. Bring the right foot into a high lunge, crescent lunge, and then transition back into stork for a fun little test of balance and a great way to warm up the entire body. On your inhale, stork, and on your exhale, crescent lunge. Take your final stork, and then come back into crescent lunge, this time opening the chest up towards the left side, reaching with both fingertips in opposite directions. Feeling a beautiful stretch all through the right side body. On your inhale, bring everything back to center and step towards the front of the mat, keeping your right knee in stork. Tree posture. Bring the right foot towards the inside of the left leg and bring your hands to your heart center. Again here, focus your attention on a non-moving object to maintain your balance. Think about grounding down into your left foot and your left toes, spreading them wide, creating as much surface space as you can to support the weight of your body. Imagine as if you were a tree. You were spreading your root system as far and deep into the ground below you. On your next exhale, bring your foot back down to the earth. Reach your arms up overhead and fold forward into your forward fold. Slowly rise up to standing. We'll repeat the same sequence on the left side. Bringing the left knee this time up into stork, and then twisting open towards the left side. The left arm bends at a 90-degree angle, and the gaze is welcome to come over towards the left side as well. Remember to concentrate on your breath here, and focus on grounding into your right foot. Come back through center, transition into crescent lunge, left leg sends to the back of the mat. Come back into stork and flow through crescent lunge, stork at the same pace as your breath, starting to feel the heat build within the right leg, as well as a nice stretch throughout the left inner thigh. On your next exhale, plant the left foot back and open up into your crescent twist facing the right side this time. I encourage you to take your gaze towards the back of the mat to feel a nice stretch all the way up through the left hip to the left ear. And as you encounter maybe some resistance or tension in any of these poses, imagine your breath coming in and clearing out any resistance, melting into the posture, feeling lightness throughout the body. And then place both feet underneath the hips in Tadasana. Raise the arms up overhead, sink the hips down into a low squat, coming up to Tadasana one more and sinking down into a low squat. We'll flow through these two positions for the next couple breaths. Imagine yourself as a little seedling transferring and growing into a tall tree, taking up space. Take a deep breath in and hold here at the highest point. Take up as much space as you can and ground as deeply as you can into the earth. Once you're ready, bring your right knee, your left knee, to touch your right leg in tree posture. This time, option to keep the hands at heart center or lift the hands up overhead for a little bit more of a challenging modification. And just like the trees, you can rely on your grounding through your feet to keep you solid and stable, no matter how tall your arms grow, no matter how strong the wind around you. Take a deep inhale, and then on your exhale, let everything fall down to center, placing both feet on your mat and readdressing the shoulders. Step your right toes towards the back of the mat and then turn to face towards the right. Dropping down into a goddess pose here, making sure the toes are facing towards the exterior of the mat and that your knees are directly over your ankles. Maybe you'll have to adjust the feet. And once you're there, sink the hips down to feel a nice stretch all throughout the inner thighs. You can let your hands rest on your knees for extra support. The emotion that is tied to the springtime is often anger. When we let our body go without tending to it for a while, the liver channel gets congested and we find rise to a lot of negative emotions. We can also see symptoms such as skin problems, tight neck and shoulders, PMS and menstrual problems, as well as digestive issues. Through yoga, meditation, and keeping a clean diet, we can help prevent all these symptoms, as well as find just a general sense of well-being and excitement for the summer that is coming. On your exhale, bring everything back to center, stepping both feet towards the middle and then the top of your mat. Bring the arms up overhead one last time to collect all the delicious energy that we've cultivated through this practice and bring it into your heart. Let your eyes come to a close and take this moment to let a feeling of gratitude fill your heart. Thank your body for this practice and feeling the wisdom from the trees as they've survived just another winter and as they begin to birth new life into their leaves and branches. You too can harness this energy within your projects and dreams to be fruitful for the summer coming. When you're ready, take a deep breath. Slowly blink your eyes open. You are ready to continue on with your day. Namaste.